Hello, 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 and welcome everyone, and Feliz Navidad, and all those other kind of things and everything. How is everyone out there? Heather, how are you?
Holidays.
Yes, that's
how
right.
are you? I'm very excited. This is going to be a fun episode, I think.
I like to think so too. I think so too. That's one thing that's really kind of cool about this and what we're doing, because today's episode you actually brought it up. You brought it up to me and said, Michael, what do you think about this? I'm like, yes, let's do that.
I did because well, I'm going to start it off by asking you a question.
Okay.
Are you ready? I know.
No,
I know that wasn't nice, but so Michael, what is your absolute? Everybody knows you love to play games, right? Okay. Everybody knows this.
Anybody that knows me probably does.
What is your absolute favorite game to play, and why?
Okay. Well, it's hard for me to single out any one game just because, but I would have to say any game that involves everybody and there's a lot of laughing and stuff like that going on. That's really important to me. Like whenever we have our family and we have a big circle and all that kind of stuff, any game that gets some interaction and gets some jabbing and, all that kind of stuff, that's to me the most fun.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Well, today's episode is going to be good for you then, because what we are going to be talking about is how to incorporate games online with friends and family that you may not be able to spend the holidays with this time of year. So, with everything going on, let's try to bring everybody together as best we can. And that's something you've been doing for years and years, every Friday night on Game Show. And so how do people do that if they don't have the Michael Daniels skills of creating games online and being able to present and stream and all that jazz? We've got some tips today. So I'm very excited about that.
Absolutely. First, let's find out who's out there and let's see what country, city, state, and planet everybody's from. Oh, Hilton Head Island. There you go. Yeah. There you go.
That's right. You got Donna Derlin is out there. Donna's out there. We have Thomas in the room.
Hey, wow.
So that's awesome to see you.
Haven't seen you in forever, sir. And that sounded really bad though, because for the first two we weren't really excited, and then all of a sudden we're really excited.
All right. Darling, woo!
Yes, woo! All right.
Donna, woohoo!
Yes,
Donna's here.
We need to do that. Zara, woo! Yeah, there we go, in Oregon.
And now we have Mark. Woohoo, Mark!
Beach. Yeah. We haven't seen Tom in a long time. Hey, Sherry, look there, Central Iowa. Okay.
Tom says that's an awesome idea. Which part? Celebrating your being here or the game thing? Probably the game thing.
We miss chatting with you too, man. It was always fun sitting there talking.
Tiger Doug,
right there. Too. I love it. You're not from Charleston. You're down there in Merle's. No, you're not. You're in. Where are you? I know. There's a difference. I know. He made it very vague. He's actually from a specific
where he's
spot.
From. He can say where he's from how he wants to. He could have said planet Earth for all he cares. That would have been more.
That's true. Vague. That's true. I'm just picking because I can. This is awesome, man. This is exciting.
Idea is good.
Yeah. You know what? It really is.
He could care less that we missed him, Michael. He could care less about that. All he says is the game idea is good. All right. Fine, Tom. Fine.
One thing that I found, and a lot of people reach out to me because they know I do the games and stuff, and they consult with me. And I actually have done some consulting where people have hired me to teach them some games or do some games and incorporate it into their company and make some of these games fun and some of the things. And so it always intrigues me and to find out, which games work best for learning. I try to incorporate.
That's a great, yeah.
And I actually I'm on a podcast, and it should be coming out in a couple days, and I will let everybody know that in the community as well. But it's really kind of cool that I'm on and I talk about this exact thing. They're working with their PTA group because right now everybody's isolated and all this stuff, and it's really hard and it's difficult, and it's very trying times when it comes to stuff like that and teaching and learning. So I help them. Gave them some ideas in this podcast. So I'm real interested to see how that turns out, and look for it though. Listen for it.
Well, I'd love for you. What's really cool about that, and you're definitely going to share that link, and you'll probably tweet it out and everything, because I'll remind you right when it's available. Yeah. Okay. Well, what's really interesting about what you said there about using games to learn
Yeah.
and being able to use them online because we're not together in
Right.
the same room.
Right.
So these are all great things, but I want us to focus on three things. Number one, how to get together with folks that we normally would see this time of year that we can't right
Exactly.
now, and being
Exactly.
able to spend time having fun. And then the second thing is what when I went through and made this list, I looked for totally different types of games because not everybody likes to play something like Password. Like we play
Right.
Word on Friday nights. That's
Right.
not everybody's cup of tea. So I didn't want to find just word games or something like that. But the third thing I wanted to focus on was how maybe you could incorporate some of these things beyond the holiday season and into your business, your small business as well. So we're going to talk about all that. Yeah.
100%. Absolutely. Yeah. I was excited about this one, obviously, for more than reasons than one, because I have two shows, one on tech and one on, Mount Pleasant. That's what I was trying to think. Okay. I got you, Tiger Doug. No, I was just, like the Christmas decorations on the frame background. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Absolutely. Love that. Greetings from Mike. How are you, sir? Always good to see you. Rock Falls, Illinois, right?
David.
Hello, beautiful people.
Eileen.
Hey, Eileen Smith. And I saw she had on an Instagram, it is snowing where she is in Philadelphia, because I saw she said, look at the snow falling. So that was kind of cool seeing that too. I love anytime I get a chance to see snow. I don't get a chance to see that too much down here in South Carolina. You probably don't get to see it a lot in Arizona either, but not like you used to. You used to see it every day.
Yeah, last weekend my dad sent me pictures. He lives north of here in Arizona, and he sent me pictures that his truck was totally covered in snow. So yeah, we do get to see snow, and I could just drive a couple of hours and see it if I wanted to, but who wants to do that?
Yeah. That's like I always tell John Brown, our good friend who lives in Hawaii. I said, if he sees snow on his car, that's not a good thing, because that's usually from the volcano. That's usually ash, wrong kind of snow. No.
Yeah. All right. Now we're veering off into scary.
We are. I know.
Game playing.
Well,
all right.
Let's get into the game thing. Let's do that.
Yeah. Let's talk about this.
All right. We're going to show you a couple games, right? That's what we're going to do.
Yeah. So do you want to start with the first one? You're going to bring that up, right?
Yeah, I sure can.
So this is one that I personally play on my phone. It's called Fleet Battle. And it's just like if you've ever played that game Battleship, you sank my battleship, that game.
Right.
I-17, well, this is exactly like that, only you play it on your phone. But here's a really cool thing. You can play it with someone who's in the room with you by passing only one phone, having it, and pass your phone back and forth. Or you could both have a phone. Each have your own phone and have the app on your phone and play against each other, and you can yell across the room, "Hey, that was my carrier, dang it," But then you can play with people online in a whole different other state, country, or in the city, or even in the house next door. So
that's way too cool. That's awesome.
You can actually send them a code and they can play with you in that room, or you can play with strangers you've never even heard of before and make some new friends. So it's actually really kind of cool. I love it. It's free. Go to your favorite Play Store, be it iOS or Android, and check it out.
That's awesome. All right. The next one's mine too, right?
Yeah.
This next one is
now you've been playing this one.
I have, and I'm going to show you. This one, actually, I have it. This is the game that I have. It's a board game,
a physical board game that you can
physical board game.
But
and I hope my son's not watching, because they got this for Christmas for him. But anyway, I just spoiled it if he is watching. So anyway, yeah, that's right. But anyway, this is an online version. This is kind of cool. This is an online version of the same game. Okay, and this is by it's codes.xyz, and you guys don't have to write. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the exact same thing. If you are a member of the Tinkering with Tech community, I actually have this whole list with the links and everything ready to go into the community as soon as we're done with the show here. So you'll have access to all of these links. You don't have to be scrambling to write them down. But if you're interested in joining the community and getting that list or all the other things that we do, please visit the link down in the description, tinkeringwithtech.net.
That's it. That's it. So this one is just like the game code names, the board game. It's called 𝐶𝐞𝐬𝐲. Really cool. A lot of fun. It's using words, obviously, and you build teams, and it doesn't have to be even teams. So that's one thing that's kind of cool. It is best with 2-on-2. You have to have at least 2-on-2. It has to be at least 4 people.
So a minimum of 4 people.
Correct.
People to play. And then is there like a maximum number of people that can play this?
I haven't found it yet. We played with quite a few the other day, but I will say this, the conversation, because you have to, it's really quite funny. The spy master has to give a word. Okay. So he gives a word and then they're trying to guess, and then he gives a number, and then like it might be 3. So that means 3 cards pertain to the word that he just said that he needs to try and get them to guess those words that are on cards sitting on the table. It's really kind of crazy. So all the conversation that's going on, well, wait a minute, he might have been thinking of, it's just so fun. It's just so funny because you're trying to, it's really like brainstorming. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like one of our meetings at work. But it's really cool. I mean, it's really awesome because you get to go back and forth and all that kind of stuff. So anyway,
that's so cool.
It is.
Well,
anyway.
All right. So that one's available online, right? That you play that on any web browser. And and do you each individuals have to have your own like link to that? Like you can't share a computer screen, right? Because then you're looking at the same words and then you'd know what the other person answered. So everybody at their computer. So this is perfect for this time of what the world's going through and how we're all stuck sitting at home.
So fantastic. And give you a reason to yell at somebody. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, exactly. Finally. All right. So I think the next one I have
at war, I believe.
Is it at war? Okay. So let me go ahead. You got it?
Mm-hmm. There we go. And
all right,
there you go.
There it is. Perfect. So this one, do you guys like to play Risk? Anybody out there like to play Risk? This is kind of a more complicated game. But I figure if anybody likes to play Risk, they already have a complicated mind.
That's true.
The way I see it. So
that's true.
Maybe you're not familiar with what Risk is, but it's one of those games where you're like trying to, wipe out all of your enemies and ultimately rule the world. Basically everybody's biggest dream, right? So you can actually pick any kind of war that you want to do, the maps and all this kind of stuff. And it's really simple to get into as far as a new game is concerned. You give a code and all that same jazz as we've been talking about. And I believe everything that I've seen so far, it's free. Now there's of course upgrades, so you could get better maps and better warriors and all kinds of stuff. But it's pretty cool if you like that game and you like that kind of play. Get some of your pals together and you can play this one. So might want to check that out.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I'd like to know if anybody does that one because I know my kids absolutely loved that. They did. They fell in love with that one. So who knows? We'll see. We'll see what happens with that one.
My middle son loves to play Risk. None of us do. So
I got you. Yeah. It
There's
just
a lot of
so
table
long.
flipping going on with that one.
So long, that's the thing. So.
Not with you play with Daniel. No.
Okay.
He wipes you out in like 10 moves. So
okay. Well, good. Yeah. That makes it so much easier. All right. So next one is yours, I believe, again. So
It is. So this one is Uno, and I do want you to know that this one, I believe, is for the phone only, although they have a web page, and I was all excited when I went to the web page, but I could find no way to play it online with my computer. But you can download it on your phone, and you can, or or iPad, and you can play it there with family and friends, and it's available on both Android and iOS. You could play it with friends, you could play it by yourself with computer people, or you can
It's
play it
really
with
cool.
strangers all over the world again. So
Yeah,
if you like
anybody that's ever
Uno,
played yeah, anybody that's ever played Uno, you'll know the fun that you can have with that one too. So it's really kind of cool. It's kind of neat, and I like the fact that, well, I guess I guess it's good. You're sitting there on your phone playing a game. So leave me alone. I'm trying to play this game. The only thing is,
that's
what if
right.
your phone goes out? What if your phone goes out? That's the only thing I'm in fear
I
of.
don't
Like
know.
my battery dies.
Get the cord and plug it into the wall, or
I
into the wall. Not that
love
I've
it.
ever done that. I've never done that. So,
Love it.
but
Love it.
Uno is a fun one to play because you don't have to have a group of friends. So if you're
Yeah.
hankering to play Uno, you can actually play with the online bots or with other
Cool.
players around the world. So that's kind of cool. And I think it's got like different add-ons that you could like, of course, they're going to charge you for,
Yeah.
to change your face or your hair color or whatever they do on there. But you don't have to do those things to play and have fun. So
They better not charge me to change my hair color because it
yeah, I
won't
meant
cost much.
in-game hair color. In-game hair.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry.
All right. So I think I have the next one as well, right?
You do. You do. Here we go.
Okay.
Let's go
So
through it.
this one is actually really cool because if you like playing
Okay.
cards, this one is super cool. They have got a ton of different cards available. I'm just going to scroll down here so you can see this. You can actually everything is it's showing you here right now in the screen that
Hmm.
the things are synchronized. So as I move my card, you see it moving on your end. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
not one of
cool.
those wait and the disconnection and all that stuff. So it's kind of cool. And then you can even like
Oh,
create
backgammon.
games beyond what they have here, but look at what they have. It's more than just cards.
That's
They
cool.
have like the classic board games. Anybody here ever play cribbage? I love cribbage. We play that a lot.
I don't know that I've ever played it. I don't know that I
Yeah,
have.
it's
We'll have to play it
it's a good
sometime.
card one. Okay,
Okay.
we can online.
I know.
And there's just a bunch, and then you even have like customizable things. So you get options to add your own board and make your own cards and all kinds of rules and stuff. So if you're really into doing creative stuff like that, you could actually create your own game, which I think that's pretty neat. But
It
here's
is
my
cool.
favorite one. I asked you what your favorite one, and this isn't necessarily my
Oh
favorite
yeah.
game, but as soon as I saw it on this list, I was like, oh, I used to play this all the time as a little girl. Crazy Eights. I love Crazy Eights. And here it is.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to start the game. You just give the code and away you go. So nothing to
Yeah, that's
download,
awesome. That's so
which is really
awesome.
nice.
They really think of a lot of stuff. I mean, it's so cool what's out there in the world right now. I mean, that's what's so neat. There is an opportunity for stuff like this for you to get together with friends, family, whatever. You can't see them for Christmas. I know we keep bringing it up, but you need to have something to entertain and have fun and keep you guys going and keep the family competition going. I think that's important too.
Well, and that the reason why I thought of this was because my family has had a tradition for 23 years, and I'm talking about my immediate family. My husband and I
Mhm.
and our family have had this tradition on Christmas Eve. We have hors d'oeuvres. That's what we have. We don't have like a big meal or anything. We just have a whole bunch. Sometimes we have so many hors d'oeuvres, you can't even call it hors d'oeuvres. It's a meal for like 25 people, and there's only 6 of us. But anyway, we have hors d'oeuvres and we play games all night long, and it's a challenge to see which type of game we can play, what new games we can find throughout the year to play that night, that kind of stuff. And we might even play an 8-hour course of Monopoly, whatever we feel like. So we love that. And with my kids, I've got my kids here so we can play, but I've got one with his family 1,000 miles away, and
Yeah.
this excited me so much to be able to figure out a way to play a game with
Mhm.
all of them online as well. So I thought it was worth sharing. But we do have one more game that we wanted to share with you
Yeah.
guys, one more option, which is very much more complicated than anything we've said so far, but it's actually not when we dug deep into it. It's
Mhm.
called Jackbox
Jackbox game.
games.
Mhm.
Do you want
It's
to talk
really
about this? Or
cool.
want me to?
No, go ahead. You talk about it because you're the one that found it. So, but I love it. I'm
The
fascinated by what's in
concept,
there.
I know the concept is fascinating. So basically, what this is one person or entity, group, company, whatever, would be the owner of this game pack. And then, as long as they have some sort of way to share it with all the players, meaning a screen
Screen
share
share, like what
or
we're doing.
putting
Yeah.
it up on a big TV in the room or something like that, everyone else would be able to join via their phone or mobile device to play along. All they need is the code that the host gives them. So it's almost like, and forgive me for saying this, but it's almost like having a Michael Daniels in your pocket because the game has been created and all you have to do is purchase it and share it with your friends and family. And then voila, it's all done. So it's kind of cool. It's a neat thing. And right now, today, we found out all the games are on sale and they have
Yeah.
packages, they have bundles, and it looks kind of complicated, but if you just go through and read a little bit of the what it takes to get started, you could be in a Zoom broadcast or
Mm-hmm.
a Zoom, even just a Zoom meeting. You don't even have to go
Mm-hmm.
live or anything. And as long as everyone can see your screen, you're the only one who has to purchase anything, and everybody else can just play along via their phone or mobile device.
So cool.
And then you could do this on a live stream. Think about if you wanted to do this for your company as like a company-wide event, you could actually live stream this to your company. If you didn't want anybody else to join, make it unlisted and give out the link to your company, have them watch,
That's awesome.
play along, and they can participate. It's super, super cool. I think that's a pretty neat option there for.
I agree. 100%. I agree. Yep. It's really cool. There you go, Richard. Richard's played a lot of those card games. That's true. I've played quite a few card games too. I was interested in the one playing cards too, because there's a lot of card games. I'm curious to see if they're in there. And I wonder if poker would be in there, I mean, because that's so popular. I would think that it would have to almost be I have to put this up though.
Yes.
Phil says they got about 2 inches of snow and are expecting 3 more tomorrow. That's pretty awesome. I know you're probably sick of it, but that's pretty awesome as far as I'm concerned. I love that stuff.
Mark says, I love these game ideas. Very cool to help people together this year, even if they can't in person. Exactly.
It's the whole idea.
I'd love to hear what your favorite idea was that you saw today. Maybe if you're watching this in replay, leave us a comment and let us know what you thought was the coolest thing or something that you didn't know was available and now you realize you might be able to use it this holiday season or even into the new year, because it doesn't look like this situation's ending anytime soon. So we might as well make the best of it together.
I know I'm going to be, I'm looking for that list when she puts it in the community, because I'm going to go through.
I did it already. It's there right now.
Okay, good. Because I'm going to go and I want to check out some of those, because I really want to, like I said, I think this is going to be a cool thing for family, because I know that we're planning on making phone call to our family at Christmas and stuff and having a long phone conversation. Maybe we can just do a meeting or a Zoom meeting and then incorporate games into it too. Something that we do that we love to do. I think it'd be fun to do. Put it up on the big screen.
I got to bring these up here. Very festive visuals today. Sorry I'm late. Oh, you missed a great show already, Lolan. But April says, I just got here. Show them again. April, go to the Discord. The list is already there, so you can check them out.
Absolutely. Inside the Discord, she has given us the list. I love it.
That's right.
So awesome. Yeah, no, and you know what? What's really cool is that some of them you were right. Some of them will be complicating. I mean, it's like any game. You have to learn all the rules and all that kind of stuff.
But actually do some research a little bit.
Some of them are just so simple, though. You just start. I'm excited.
One is the easiest thing I've ever seen. You literally, the playing cards, the one to play cards. Yeah. You literally click on the game you want to play, and immediately you're presented with a window to start a game. You give the code to somebody else. They go to that website, put that code in, and they play. I mean, so there's nothing to download.
Like 4 people or 2 people or 6 people or 10. You give them all the code, and they can all play in the same game. Is that right? Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I like that. I like that. You know, it's so funny. I don't know if anybody's ever played this game. It's called Hand and Foot. And when you play 4 players, you need 7 decks of cards.
Wow.
And you use all the jokers too. Anybody that's ever played Hand and Foot, you know,
wow.
Remember, I'm a game player.
I'm going to look it up. Yeah, I'm going to look it up.
I'm the only one that could ever keep score. So if we can find a computer game where it'll keep score, because it took me forever to sit there and try and work all those out, but it's so fun.
Oh,
right?
so you should have okay. I'm going to do some research. You go ahead and finish the show.
But anyway, Dana's out there. Hey, Dana. She says, I love the Christmas thing. Thank you. Appreciate that. Right. Absolutely. Happy holidays to you as well. And then April's saying hi, and then glad to see you using Discord again. Yeah, we got to get back into that. That's going to be, we'll have a show very, very, very soon, probably on that, talking about getting back into that. I'm going to find a gamer and invite our great grandsons and grandchildren to play. That's true. They're the ones that are going to figure it out, right?
Yep. Yep.
Matt Flynn plays games with the audience on his YouTube channel every Friday at noon. There you go. That's yeah, absolutely. Cool. Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so do I. Not at noon on Friday. No, but I love that kind of stuff. It's so much fun.
John says, here. John says they play Hand and Foot at our senior center. Well, when they could meet together every week.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why I'm curious whether they have this game out there in that, because that'd be really cool to see if they have that one. But yeah, awesome. Great subject, a subject near and dear to my heart, obviously, because I do the game shows and been doing it. This will be our 6th year. I think it was 2014.
That's insane. Hey.
Yeah. What?
Okay, hang on 1 second. I just have to. Okay.
What is that? What? Hand and Foot. Look at there.
I'll add it to the list, Michael. I'll add it to the list. Bonus.
Right. So somebody else will get to keep the score for once. Yay. Because I sit there at the end working out all the scores because no one else knows how to do it. Like, are you sure? Wait a minute. Don't you get points for? Wait a minute. Hey, it's a lot of arguing going on. That's half the fun too. Though. People like to argue with me, but
no, I don't believe that.
I would love to. Any of you guys, if you ever want to play games, let me know. It doesn't have to necessarily be community members. Come on our game show Friday night. We'd love to have you. Love to have you play some games. And if you want to do some online games and work out and learn some, and you need somebody to play, reach out to me. Don't hesitate. I'll play, because I'd like to learn how some of these games work. And I want to see also, because obviously they're going to have commercials without paying. You're going to see all the advertisements and stuff like that. I want to see which ones has it and which ones are pretty annoying and all that kind of stuff, and see if it delays the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good thing. I was going to actually talk about that with the Fleet Battle when I was saying playing Battleship. They do have ads, but it comes after gameplay. So it doesn't feel like it's like the game is over and there's an ad, and then
so they're not interrupting you in the middle.
So I didn't feel like, God dang it, I was just about to put a thing and now there's an ad. I would never suggest a game that irritated me like that. So yeah.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
You know what? I have to bring this up because Lolan says I'm not much into games. I spend more time on puzzles. I love the visuals. You know what? I have to tell you, Lolan did a wonderful thing and sent a beautiful holiday card, an electronic card that ended with a visual hide and seek object find game. I thought that was the most fun thing ever. It was one of them Jacqueline Larson e-cards, if I said it right. Yeah, that was super cool. Thank you, Lolan. It really was so fun. And I'm with you. I love puzzles.
100%. I agree. My wife does. As a matter of fact, we have a table upstairs that's out right now that she is doing puzzles. And did you know, just so you know, they have online puzzles where you can actually sit there. Bonus. I know. They have online puzzles. I'm looking at one right now. This is. Are you?
Are you going to share it with us?
Yeah, we can. Absolutely.
Share it with us and give us the link to put in the Discord too.
Yep. I think it's jigsawplanet.com.
Just so you for can you, do
that. It is. So right here's a corner. It's probably this corner. And there you go. You can start building your puzzle. and you just work it out like that. So if you want to do puzzles online, you can do that as well. Yeah, it's so cool. I'm telling you.
We'll put the link in the Discord, Lowland. We'll put the link in with the others, okay?
Yep, absolutely. And think about that though. Excuse me. Think about how cool that people are thinking of this kind of stuff and trying to put this stuff out there for people to help them learn, you know, or find ways of doing things like, you know, they can't go out or they're not able to go to the store or anything like that. Instead of buying a puzzle, you can do one online. Here's where you can come and do that kind of thing. Or games. You want that interaction. You want that camaraderie with somebody. So you find people online that you can do games and have games with. It's so stinking cool that we have this capability and opportunity out there. That's all I'm saying.
Use the technology for what it should be used for. Good. Yeah. Sherry Snodgrass tells us I play Jigsaw Explorer, so that's pretty cool.
Awesome.
So
Jigsaw Explorer, I'll put that one down too. Jigsaw Explorer is good.
That's pretty cool. I'm so grateful to you guys who joined us today, and hopefully everybody found something to take from the show. I know it's not the normal. We do tinkering with tech, and honestly, this is one of my favorite ways to use the technology. So I like playing games, but I really like playing games online with people if I'm stuck here at home. So I thought it was kind of fun to put out there. And Lolan asks, I wonder how one could do it collaboratively with a friend. I bet there's an option out there somewhere.
I'm sure there probably is. Dave, we'll see you. Have a good night, Dave. Thank you very much for joining and seeing us. Hey, folks, we would love it if you join the community. We have a great time in our community. And a lot of times what Heather always says, the after show, it's going to be a link for our private community. And she loves this. She loves when we get together a lot of times with our guests and things like that. We have lots of stuff that we do. We have daily tips that we do. We have monthly workshops. Actually, we have 2 this month that we're doing, and it's this week. I know. We have one Thursday evening, and we have one, Thursday afternoon and Saturday morning. So we have 2 workshops that we're doing this week in-house with the community. And then anybody that ever needs expert help, we always, after the tips, we're always talking about extra stuff and try and giving some help that way too. We would love it if you would join us, become part of the community. You can, it's tinkeringwithtech.net, or you can just scan your phone right here on the screen. I always point the wrong one. You do it right almost every time. I don't know why you always get that. I know. How do you do
I remembered it's over my left shoulder. I just remembered it's over my left shoulder. So.
See, I'm always doing tequila and salt, and that's a different that's a different shoulder. I'm just kidding. But we also try to have a little bit of fun too whenever we're doing all this stuff. So listen, we'll see you folks in the community. Those community members, will see you in the community afterward. We have the backstage pass already set up. Heather, thank you so much. I know you were kind of under the weather this week, and I appreciate you joining in. As always, it's a blessing having you around, and I appreciate it.
Thanks, Michael. I appreciate all that you do. You do a whole lot that nobody really knows all that you do, but I appreciate everything. I really do. Well, and I'm grateful. This has been a huge, awesome year of us trying to pull everybody through the thing together, and I think we've done a pretty good job. It's almost over. We're going to be entering a new year soon, and we'll see what's in store for the future.
Agreed. All right. Hey, listen, folks, thank you so much. See some of you folks in the backstage pass whenever you want to join in. We love seeing you guys, and thank you very much for joining the show. If you're watching the replay, be sure any of the links that you need will be down below. Well, not all the links to the games, but all of the Tinkering with Tech links will be down below. Be sure to sign up or sign in or whatever that is. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Bye, folks.